good part of the day, my dear digital friends. Anna Dieter is here to answer any of your questions. So today I'm inviting you to bring any of your questions about speech and stuttering. What is stuttering in reality and what is normal speaking? And also, I'm here to explain to you how anyone can begin speaking with no stuttering. Today, right now, you can do it if certain thing happen. Okay? So I'm inviting you to ask your questions. And meanwhile, I'm going to be waiting for more people to join me because today I would like to show something to you. Hope it's going to be interesting for you. So, people on Instagram, I see that a few of you are already here. You've joined me. Thank you so much. Could you please indicate here in chat where are you guys from? What countries are you from? Where are you watching me? Because this is always fascinating for me that I am in Florida on Eastern time. It is 24th of April, 10 o'clock in the morning. And at the same time, I see someone from India, Lynn Vamsi from India. I'm from Ghana, AB na na na. Okay. So many people can't wait to get rid of stuttering. Allow me. Allow me, 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much for this feedback. And I want to talk about this today because we are living in absolutely amazing times when we don't even understand what's going to happen tomorrow, right? Some countries are fighting, other countries are just, I don't know, people are so confused today. But guess what? No matter what's going to happen in the life of the whole world of humanity tomorrow and for years to come, maybe, guess what? It's still going to be the same. We, people, are called people because we can speak. And if we do not have this simple, I'm going to repeat the word simple, very simple but very precise skills of moving our speech muscles to create the same words, like everyone is using the same words, right? The words are the same for you, for me, for our grandmother, for our grandchildren, like for everyone, for parents. I mean, for any generations. We're going to die, but people are going to still continue to use the same words. And if you do not have the skill to say accurately any word, anytime in front of anyone, then your life is going to be kind of not easy. It's going to be very challenging. And you will continue to struggle. Maybe you don't struggle as much at the moment. Excuse me. But it happens. Our life goes in waves. So when people who stutter don't speak much, they feel fine. They don't have to speak. Or if they do some kind of a job where they don't have to speak, or when they have mommy and daddy buying them clothes, I don't know, making food for them, putting food on the table and stuff like that. Of course, you don't need to speak much. You don't need to have an adult speaking skills at the adult level. And this is why you are fine. You may say, haven't talked much this morning. Okay, you haven't say maybe 2 words today for the whole day because you don't have to. And of course, you feel fine. But if you go out, if you go to the outside world, if you want to talk to a cute girl, you want to invite her to have a date with you, or you want to apply for a job and you have to go to a job interview. And these days, the job interviews are online. This is a whole different other set of skills. Okay? So if you guys still struggle to do these simple things, I mean, for me, it would have been really simple because I have had experienced all these things. I have experienced them. Okay. Of course, I didn't flirt with girls, but I did flirt. I did flirt with boys, men, right? So this is something that we have to have an experience with. So alumni wrote, help me. Guys, I am here to help you. This is the whole reason I come to you live. Okay, you gotta understand it. I come to you. I do my best now to do every weekend when I don't have a student. I usually have students on the weekends. But this is the whole reason. If you want to learn how to speak without making mistakes in only 1 to 3 days, I'm here. I am available. So I see a few people on Instagram and no one yet on Facebook and YouTube. That's strange. Okay, we're not going to wait for them, right? Because I am ready to go. And by the way, my dear digital friends on Instagram, I truly recommend you go and join me on YouTube or Facebook, because this is where I am able to show to you a lot of videos, a lot of information. And along, if you want to learn, I recommend you transfer from Instagram to YouTube or Facebook. That's where I go live. And I am using the application that I can teach. I can use for teaching. Okay. So number one, I will begin this podcast with sharing my new website. It's not on yet. We are working, we're building a new website. It's going to be much easier to go through. It's going to be much shorter, and somewhere, I guess, at the end of April, everything, all the technical work is going to be done, and you will be able to see a very short and very straightforward website. I'm so proud of it. It's going to be so beautiful. So let me know if you want to take a peek on it. I am here to show it to you, but let's go. So here it is. I'm going to share the screen. Unfortunately, people on Instagram cannot see it. Okay. So this is how the website is going to look like when you enter my website. Okay, I'm going to go to the page where the website is built on. It's right here. Okay, I guess I can switch. Okay, let me see if I switch like this. Yeah, guys, you can also see it, right? Right here for Instagram. I'm a teacher. I always want to show to people everything. I want them to see. So see, this is my new website. It's not on yet. It's going to be on in the beginning of May. This is the plan. Hopefully it's going to go through. Okay. And you see how it says etalon speech unblocking. And it also says unblock your beautiful speech. Maybe I should say not unblock, but liberate your beautiful speech. And then you're going to see several slides, and the very first one is the very important one, in my opinion. It explains the 4-step path all our students follow to achieve a stutter-free life. Can you see it? And you can achieve, they could achieve, and you can achieve your stutter-free life in only 3 days. I also have some students who have achieved their stutter-free life in only 1 day. It depends how smart you are, how diligent you are, and how open-minded you are, and how desperate you are to fix your speech, to fix your life. So, and as you see, it says register now for this free webinar. If you click on this white rectangular, guess what? You're gonna watch the webinar. It's a free webinar. It's about 40 minutes of your time where you will change your life. You will understand a lot of things. And I'm not going to talk about these 4 steps. I want you to go and learn the steps. 4 steps that each and every person who stutters must follow. Must. There is no other going anywhere if you don't follow this 4-step path. If you do, then you're going to live stutter-free in almost no time. Then let me show you the other images I put in. Those of you who have been on my website, you probably are familiar with this image. I modified it a little bit, but it's still the same. Over 10,000 people worldwide live stutter-free with etalon speech unblocking now. And when I say live stutter-free, I mean it. It's the people who have taken the course from me, understood it, and still follow. They're still following these precise natural speaking norms. They're still doing it. They don't have any difficulty speaking because they clearly understood what people needed or need to do to speak naturally, with ease, with comfort, with accuracy and confidence. Please understand, this is very, very important, because if someone still went through the class, experienced beautiful speaking, but still struggles, it means this person has not understood, has not completed education. And for this kind of people, I am always available. Okay, always, until they understand everything. I am a teacher. I never ever refuse to answer questions of my students, no matter whether they have completed the 3-day course, the active training, or not. I mean, if you have completed the training and you still have any questions remained, of course, welcome. I'll be happy to show to you and to explain it to you, use other words. And as you see, I included a few just random faces of my students. Random. I didn't even pick anything because they all look and feel the same. The way you see their faces here, they all are happy with the improvements of their life. Then right after this, oh, wait a second, I think I have another slide. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Yeah. There is another slide, and you may be familiar with the slide of my interview on US national TV, when one of the best doctors in the United States, one of the most enlightened medical educator, medical advisors, who has his own show in New York area, he invited me to answer his questions. He was fascinated with the work I'm doing with people who stutter. And he invited him, he asked very interesting questions on the TV show. It's called 12 New Jersey, 12 to your health, as you can see. Solving stuttering, 12 to your health. So I really encourage you to go and listen to my interview, which I did like a few years ago. Haven't been to this interviewing mode for quite some time. And below you will see again, guess what? This is a compilation of randomly selected students. Actually, wasn't that random. I selected them by the way how dramatic their transformation was. So when you see the student say a word, couldn't move through the word, and then just in a few hours sometimes, on the second day, on the third day, the person would be speaking like I'm speaking, like their teacher is speaking. This looks like a miracle, but I guarantee you it has nothing to do with miracles. So here, of course, you see, does your speech get blocked sometimes? Do you feel restricted to speak with ease and confidence? And here you see the team of Two Enlightened Education. On the left, you see Mr. Snishko, who is the founder. And of course, I'm going to move the cell phone for you Instagram people. See, he is here, and he is the one who has devoted his whole life to helping people who stutter. Okay, to make a difference in people's life and their families. And this is me, of course, 2 years ago, right? Okay, so I'm not going to read what it says because this is amazing information. And this is what we do, creating success stories, one at a time. And if you see these film strips, you see this before, after, before, after, before, after, and so on. And there is a question: are you ready to take control over your life? Learn to always speak with accuracy, ease, and confidence, and never stutter again. Are you ready? Is it time to change? Become a winner and fall in love with your life. If your answer is yes, then choose the 4-step path to your stutter-free life. Allow yourself to succeed. Liberate your natural talent for self-expression. And below, I have included the few words of one of my former students. See, before, after. This is him before. This is he is after. And I want to click on the thing, and I want you to listen what Alex, he's a public speaker today. He's making a lot of money, a public speaker, former stutterer. He speaks for living. This is why I selected his words. So I want you to listen to his words. Hope you're going to be able to hear him.
If you spend massive amounts of time clicking through all the videos on Anna's site, and you've done all the research and you've Googled her name, if you're on the fence, say yes. The most painful place to live is on the fence. Make a freaking decision. Do you want to live a life of stuttering, or do you not? Because Anna can only help one of those types of people. And you can only help yourself. So if you're ready to finally get rid of your stutter, if you are ready to make a massive shift in the quality of your life, if you're ready to finally go all in and commit to getting rid of your stutter, in spite of everything in your past, of all the heartache and all the trauma that you've been through. Trust me, I know. I've lived that life. And I knew that it was time for me to get rid of my stutter. And I highly, highly encourage you to say yes to yourself and to send Anna the message, follow the instructions on the site, and get enrolled for speech gymnastics today. It's been the best decision of my life.
That's it. That's been the best decision of his life. Okay, so let me see if there are any questions. Unfortunately, I cannot see it. Oops, that's not the right. Oh, here. Yes, Ram La Wishma Karma wrote, are you a stutter in past or not? Okay, I'm gonna switch. Okay. Ram Lal Vishak Wish. Sorry, guys, I can't hear. I can't see. Ram Lal Vishwakarma. My dear person who asked that question, I'm gonna shock you. Yes, I was a stutterer myself when I was a young girl. When I was a little child, I was still learning to speak. Of course, I was a stutterer. Every baby, every young child is a stutterer, is a stammerer, because young children are just beginning to learn. And what is happening when people are beginning to learn? Let me do it this way so you could see me. Yeah. What is happening when we are beginning to learn? It's very simple. When we are just beginning to learn, we make mistakes, right? Have you ever seen how young kids talk? Mama, 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 this is stuttering. This is stuttering. But fortunately, when I was doing all of this, natural mistakes of the beginner, the one who was just beginning to learn to operate my tongue according to the words that I was learning. This is what I'm talking about. I was lucky because no one ever told me, oh, you are a stutterer. Oh, this is stuttering. You need to go to a speech therapist. You need to do this. I had a very rational parents. My parents told me, listen, little girl, listen, Anna, watch me. My mother would say, Anna, look how I am doing it. Look at my mouth. Look at my tongue. And now repeat just like a parrot. Repeat exactly in the same way how I did it. And I did it. And guess what? I stopped stuttering. Do you understand it, Ram? I'm not going to say the rest of your name. I did it, and my stuttering was gone right away, instantly. Okay? So this is why no matter how much time I was making mistakes, nobody ever told me that I was a stutterer. And I just continued learning to operate my tongue according to the words that I wanted to learn to say with 100% accuracy, ease, and confidence. I continued learning. This is why I don't call myself a stutterer. I never, ever believed that I was a stutterer, but of course I was, just like all babies on the planet, because I also didn't know how to speak accurately and confidently because I was too young. I was just learning to speak. Okay, so let's continue now getting familiar with the information on my website. new website that will go live in the beginning of the month. My helper promised to me that we're gonna do it somewhere in the beginning of May. So here you see, let me switch again to this. Okay, you see a picture of Mr. Snishko and myself when I visited him for just 4 days. I visited him this last October. I was in Russia before all these crazy events that are happening today when you can't travel to Russia, the sky is closed or whatever. I'm glad I did it in October, just before. For some reason, I knew that that was the last opportunity for me to get to know Mr. Snishko in person. So the bottom line, I think I said it many times, but I'm going to repeat. When I was planning the trip, I didn't have any students scheduled. But as I was getting ready, as the time went, all of a sudden I got 2 students signed up for the class, and they wanted to learn right away. And what could I do? I said, okay, let's do it. So I accepted them, and all we had to do when I was there, instead of communicating with Mr. Snishko, learning from him, learning about his lifestyle, learning more about reality of life, more, because he's a genius man. Instead of that, I was just sitting with him and we were working with the students. And to tell you more, I even had another student number 3, a Russian-speaking student, that Mr. Snishko had to go to work with, because I was sitting and working with an English-speaking person. So we were teaching 2 students at once. He was doing it in Russian, I was doing it in English, believe it or not. Okay, so this is a picture. It may not be like glossy picture taken with a cell phone. This picture was just taken with a cell phone by someone. Okay, but I decided to show to you how we work with our students. This is the beginning of the class, just the greeting moment. So allow yourself to live stutter-free. Are you ready? If you are not, then let's go to another page. I will show to you the testimonials page. It used to be such a huge page with hundreds and hundreds of videos before, after. Now I made it very, very succinct. Of course, I had someone to help me who I had to pay to. So I really appreciate the students, the donors who have donated the funds into the development of this new profession of etalon speech education. Thanks to them, I was able to afford, we were able to afford to create this beautiful new website with some written testimonials and with some, of course, testimonials, video testimonials. And as you see here, the etalon Gallery of Fame. Congratulations to all our program graduates. Enjoy your stutter-free life. And by the way, if you're still not enjoying something, don't wait. Come to me and I will help you to go back to where you were when you had your class. There is nothing wrong to come back to your teacher if you are not satisfied. You have paid for the right to have the answer to all your questions right away. Don't wait if you still have any questions. This is one of my favorites. Of course, you are the master of your life. This is again one of my favorite students who I learned a lot from. This is Hussein, and his speech, winning speech at Toastmasters International is included as the very first testimonial, a story and the winning speech of a former stutterer. This is a little clip of his joyful stutter-free life over after 1 week after graduation. Then I have included the story, first joyful stutter-free year after graduation. See where he already is boasting in front of me that he's got the best speaker ribbon, and I am showing to him my ribbon because I also had this award, and we were laughing and giggling and talking about this. And here is a few more very cool videos. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so here are just a few recent videos, just about 10 examples of my work with people who used to stutter, and in 3 days they all quit stuttering. And if you look at this picture, this is also one of my favorite students who is making tons of money today because he is a real estate broker. He is selling houses like crazy today. And he is selling houses by using his amazing speaking skills. He's doing lives on Facebook, selling houses, advertising houses, expensive houses. His wife and 2 children are extremely happy because he is the best husband and the best, I'm going to repeat, the best father. This is another video of one of my students, another one. This one is amazing because he is talking about discouraging. He is discouraging people to go to speech therapists because he's been through several and he is so disappointed. This is a little compilation of 2019, 2020. I guess at the end of the 2022, I'm going to make another compilation of my students that I taught in 2020. I mean, over the 2 years, over the 2 COVID years. Okay. And do you recognize this guy who just advised you to make a freaking decision to say yes to yourself? Yes, this is the same individual. And there is a very short version of his story where he stopped stuttering forever in only 3 days. And again, one of my picture of me communicating with Mr. Roman Snishko, also, of course, not, this picture wasn't done specifically to be published, but I was having an interview with him. I was asking him questions, whatever time permitted, and he was simply giving me the answer. I was asking Mr. Snishko about how he discovered the answers for stuttering. The information is totally fascinating. You gotta see this, gotta watch this video. Of course, it is on YouTube. You can see the video where I am asking him questions, he is answering, and we're just driving in the car. He was showing me around the city Yaroslavl in Russia, not far away from Moscow. Okay, so that was very, very interesting video. I created a video report about my time in Russia when I visited Mr. Snishko. Okay, so here is another part of the video, of my new website that will go live very, very soon. Okay, let's click about us. This is us. Mr. Snishko and Anna Dieter, right? So, of course, Mr. Snishko is the founder, is a genius who has discovered the natural speaking norms. And Anna Dieter is a teacher, the teacher with 40 years of experience. This is why I saw where the truth was, and I was able to help him advertise and spread the message all over the world because of a simple reason: I speak the English language. And if you see this orange heart, it says 4 basic steps for learning anything, for living a very successful life. It's called awakening, education, enlightenment, and transformation. Maybe in different order: first enlightenment, then education, then awakening, then transformation. This is what's happening with each and every student in my classroom, and this is why it looks like a miracle. And I want to show to you the other very important image, which I have a copyright license. I own the copyright. No one has the right to use this image. It says, "Turn on your speech." Live stutter-free, by the way, is also my copyrighted phrase. No one is supposed to use this phrase but me. Okay, so let's continue. Let's look what our vision is. Here we go. There is a whole bunch that is showing the vision of Live Stutter-Free. And I'm going to tell you what our vision is: to share the uncovered truth behind stuttering, to enlighten all people who stutter that there is a life for them without stuttering. Our mission is to teach people who stutter the natural speech norms followed by all normal speakers on the planet. We also see that we are here. It's our mission to unblock the connection between the stutterer's body, mind, and will. Our mission is to transform the restricted lives of those who stutter into lives of freedom. Our mission is to lift people who stutter from dependence to independence, to eliminate the plague of stuttering illness from the planet. And of course, there are a few board directors. It's myself, it's Mr. Snishko, and a few more people who have contributed a lot into our work, into our mission. So I'm going to continue showing you, going to the excursion over our website. So it's called Giving to Humanity. You see that? Let me click on it. What is it that we have already given to humanity, to the whole mankind in our nonprofit organization? Yes, only in English language we have written and published more than 4 books. You see the 4 books here on this image, but in reality there are more books. Okay, in Russian language there are 4 or 5 more books. I still have not translated one of the books, which is called The Stutterer's Bible. It's just so much to do that I don't have time for this. Can't find time to do this. So I truly recommend you guys read these books. And I'll also share with you what is also coming very soon. Anyone will be able to download the app, which is called Live Stutter-Free app, Google app. And the books will be in there. It's going to be really affordable. For a monthly fee of just a few dollars, you will be able to download any book you want and begin learning to speak. You wouldn't even need me I mean, it's not going to happen too quickly, but we are working on that, okay? So one of the books, Speech is a Skill, which is kind of the foundation of everything, has been already uploaded. I know we have completed that. And we are working behind the clock, around the clock, working hard for you. Okay, but the free ebooks, One Lonely Climb to Success, A Tale of Two Geniuses in Stuttering. If you haven't done that yet, these books are free. Go ahead and download them from my website that is still working today. I really recommend you do so. Go ahead and download the books because pretty soon they're not going to be available. They're going to be available also for free, but only on the app, from the App Store, on the application, okay? So we're working on that, but it's still not in place. If you want A Tale of Two Geniuses in Stuttering, One Lonely Climb to Success, they're still available for your free digital download. Here, of course, is a little article about Anna Dieter right here. And the words that they emphasized, I'm just a messenger on this planet. I do my best to introduce the new Etalon science to the world in order to make it a better place for all of us to live and prosper together. I would love to be remembered as a pioneer of a new profession, speech educator. And if you click, you can download the article for free. There are several other things that you will find on this amazing website. My latest interview before COVID restrictions, okay, in New York for Donna Drake's show, my few podcasts, the most recent ones, the interview to a doctor on the radio and on TV. Guys, I am all on my mission, okay? I want you to simply begin learning, begin making your steps towards your stutter-free life. Yes, it is possible. And let's go to the last page. It's called Frequently Asked Questions. And as you can see, it's not finished. It's still not finished. Not everything is here. I see something needs to be done here, but we're still working on this. As you can see, I have selected the most frequently asked questions. What is stuttering? And these days, I didn't even write it. I actually presented it to you in short videos, just under 1 minute. Some videos are a little longer. The next question, what makes the Etalon Speech and Blocking course so exceptional and unique? Does Etalon Speech and Blocking have anything in common with speech therapy? No, of course it doesn't. And I'm explaining why. If I complete the course in English, will I also have good results in my primary language? Yes, of course. I explain why. And by the way, take a look. There are books. Again, I'm showing you my books. What does the Etalon Unblocking course guarantee? Blah, blah, blah. I explain it all, of course. How can we relearn in 3 days behavior that is deeply implemented within such as stuttering? See, look at my face. I am kind of being an actor here, showing to you how people asking this question. What? 3 days? How can you do it in only 3 days? Yes, you can. I'm explaining why it's possible. Okay. How many hours of teacher's instructions will I receive during the 3-day course? I'm explaining that. Okay, what is the cost of the Etalon Speech Unblocking course? I'm explaining what the cost is and why. The cost is affordable to anyone who believes that their own life is the most valuable thing, the most valuable possession we have. Okay? Will that alone speech and blocking course prepare me for going through and being selected for the job interview? Yes, yes, yes. I'm explaining why. How do people develop stuttering? Here is my explanation. What causes people to stutter? Again, very clear explanation. No one in my family stutters. Why do I stutter? And many, many other questions. You can imagine how much time I've included. I've invested in doing this. This also is going to need a little work. I think we're going to change the font of questions to orange. Yeah, I see that this needs to be done. But yes, this is amazing, amazing. It's a revolution. This website is going to be revolution. Of course, donation and grants, that's where you guys, when you are ready, you're going to transfer the funds. Donate here so we would continue our work. And of course, contact us. This page also needs a little more information. Yeah, I need to add Vimeo information and BitChute because no one knows what's going to happen with YouTube, right? So we never know. Let's go back to home because I really enjoy the way this page looks like. Okay, so let me go back to StreamYard to see if there are any questions. Nope, no questions. That's interesting. Okay, Ram, I hope I answered your question here. And if there are no more questions, I will wrap it up. Ay. Aha. Ay. What's going on? Okay, doesn't matter. You can see I have the green. Now the whole thing is disappeared. My whole, let me put it back. Okay. Right back. Don't like when something is not working. Okay, my dear digital friends. Anna Dieter is here with a very, very clear message. If you want to live stutter-free, you gotta come to me. Come to me. The choice is clear, but you need to make, as Alex said, make a freaking decision. Do you want to live with stuttering or do you not? Because I cannot help those who don't want to live stutter-free. There are some people who don't want to live stutter-free. I cannot help them. But if you do want to live stutter-free, I'm here. I am available. Lots of love to you, my all digital friends. And if I don't have anyone next Sunday, I'll see you next Sunday around the same time, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. I think this is a good time. Maybe not. So give me a feedback. Write to me. Please don't stay silent. I am here. And let me repeat again. Oh, I'm going to show to you. Okay. I am going to show. Yeah, this. See, you need to register for this free webinar. Please do. Register for the free webinar and watch it. This is extremely, extremely important. I promise your life is not going to be the same if you watch and understand my free webinar on livestutterfree.info funnel. Okay? Come to me and I will explain to you what you need to do. So after you complete watching the webinar, all you do, you just come to me. You schedule a discovery call. It's free. Right now, it's free. I hope that pretty soon it's not going to be free because I simply need the funds to create the new profession on this planet. Etalon speech education. Forget about speech therapy. We need to create the new profession. Etalon speech education. Are you with me? Are you ready to help first yourself and then other people who are just like you, confused and struggle with their speaking skills? Then it's time we begin donating, you begin donating funds into the development of the new profession. Lots of love to you. See you next week. Bye-bye. Prepare your questions.